say we didn't change when Obama became president.
Yeah, I thought a black man, if anyone, could appreciate,
He's
how
mixed.
how
Right.
rigged how rigged
Mixed,
our
mixed man, sure. Mixed
how
man.
rigged how rigged our economy is. I thought he could appreciate that, but no, he's what we call a sellout.
How did he sell you out?
You talking about it? He had, for the first 2 years, he had the Congress, the Senate, and the presidency, and outside of Obamacare, that's it. That's all he did. Big
Gay
pussy.
marriage.
Big,
Yeah,
huge pussy.
gay marriage
He
and
could have done.
Obamacare.
He could have been like Donald Trump. Could you imagine? Could you fucking imagine what Donald Trump would have done with a Republican Congress, Senate, and presidency?
Yeah, we'd be talking to each other through chicken wire, but
Yeah. Obama had that. He's one of the only presidents who's had that for 2 years.
not
And
really.
he was a big pussy.
We didn't have the full
It's almost-
Senate. We didn't have the full Senate for quite a while because they hung up Al Franken's getting sworn in for a very long time.
I'm sure that we
It's
could have
almost-
gone nuclear. Game over. We win. Look at
Nuclear.
Donald Trump. Barack Obama has sold us out. Okay, no one in the world with a
But when
Democratic-
Trump
Do you
won the
remember
election
the
in
tax
2016,
relief act,
he
Sugar?
had when Trump won the election in 2016, he had the Senate and the House as well.
No, that's not true.
That is true.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, it is true. Yeah,
when Trump won in 2016, he had both the Senate and the House. They were both Republican controlled.
yeah,
I'm
we
pretty sure
won
that's
back
true.
the House in the last midterm, but you
Yeah,
still
so for the first two, yeah.
you still haven't told me how
Where
Obama sold
there's something. No. There's something
Sugar
we're
baby.
missing here.
Sugar
Did they
baby.
not?
sugar baby.
Maybe we had a greater majority during Obama.
Not really.
I'm not even sure if that's true, but like,
I posted there's something that states that Republicans held the House and Senate at the end of 2016.
yeah.
Trump couldn't even get Obamacare repealed. He couldn't get anything done.
He
didn't
got
get
Obama.
one major
What are you talking about? He
didn't
got
get one-
Obamacare.
repeal. No, he didn't. Absolutely not.
Trump
John
couldn't.
McCain threw down.
He crippled it though, didn't he?
John
I thought he
McCain
did.
threw the thumb. No, you don't know what you're talking about. John McCain threw the thumbs down, and that was it. He didn't get one major piece of legislation except for the tax cut through Congress and the Senate. So no, he didn't have He didn't have the House and the Senate.
Okay. You still haven't told me how Obama betrayed you.
I just told you he had, for the first 2 years of his presidency, he had a super majority in the Congress and he had a majority in the Senate,
I don't think
and
so.
he got nothing done except for Obamacare.
I don't think so. He had a lot of. There were a lot of. I don't think he had a super majority. I don't think we ever did. We had a simple majority.
Let's look
And so then there were a lot of Democrats who would try to play politics, and use their possibility of voting on something to further their careers or whatever.
Who else betrayed you in your life, Sugar?
But Obama got the ACA.
So,
That was
fuck. Too
the
soon. Too soon.
Elizabeth Warren, the greatest snake in the history of the world.
How is she a
betrayed me.
snake?
Are you kidding me? Her
Yeah.
Super Tuesday betrayal is,
How is that a betrayal?
what she did to stab the progressive movement in the back. What do you mean?
Oh.
She didn't endorse
I
Bernie
just don't know
Sanders.
what is that it? That's what she did?
She refused to
almost-
drop out and endorse Bernie Sanders in the hopes that Joe Biden would give her a vice president's pick. She sold out the
You
whole
don't
cause.
know. You don't know that. You have evidence for
We
that
absolutely
claim.
know that.
You don't know
Yes.
that. No, you don't.
What do you mean? Every political insider knows that. Yes.
Oh,
She was
talking heads
was-
on TV. They're just full of shit.
She had not won, got any delegates prior to Super Tuesday. Not one. She'd performed horribly. All right, and she refused to endorse and drop out of the race for Bernie Sanders, while all the other candidates coalesced behind Joe Biden. Okay, and Super Tuesday would have been completely different if she had dropped out and endorsed Bernie Sanders.
I'm not
And the
sure
reason
that
she
that's
didn't, and the
true.
reason she didn't do this is because she thought that Joe Biden would pick her as vice president, and then he would die and she would be
I
president.
don't really.
That's why
think-
she did that.
I really don't think that she thought that at all.
Then why
I
do you-
doubt
then
that.
why do you
I
think-
doubt
sugar,
that at
sugar,
all.
Why do you
sugar,
think-
sugar,
why do
sugar,
you
sugar,
think-
okay, sugar. Can you just post the proof?
Then why do you think?
I think she simply made a political
now.
Sugar, I think she's just made a political calculation and saw that Joe Biden had a better chance than Bernie did.
Okay, but then why?
Because
didn't
he's the leader. So you know
Okay.
you
She's
throw your
supposed-
votes
she's-
with the
she's
leader.
She's from the progressive wing of the party. She spent the whole debates debating Joe Biden about how his policies sucked. Okay, why would she turn her back on everything she supposedly believes in and not back Bernie?
Probably because my guess, I don't know, just like you don't know, is that she felt that she could influence. It's better to be on the inside. And so Biden's and the Democrats' platform is the most progressive in Democratic history. Biden has a very progressive compared to past Democratic platforms.
That means nothing. That's like saying that this Democratic Party is the best platform since Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, times change. Everything's changed. All right. Is it the most progressive for this time period? No, far from it. Okay. Is it the most
What was the more
compared-
progressive
Is
Democrat
it the most?
platform?
Is it the most progressive compared to Bernie Sanders? Fuck no.
No, not
Okay.
compared to Bernie Sanders, but to past Democratic platforms. Which
Yeah,
one? Which
so-
one was more progressive?
So while Joe Biden was being a coward and not being a leader in any regard, you know who made all these progressive policies possible? Okay, brave people like Bernie Sanders. They're the ones who have challenged the status quo and made our platform so progressive. All right, because they were leaders.
That's
and
fine.
not
I'm
pussies.
okay, Sugar. I'm okay with pressure from the left. That's great. I think that's
Yeah.
good.
Except for you then trust these these cowards with all the power.
You need to
Sugar, who
stop
else?
moralizing and just realize that politics is a game of power. And it's not a morality play.
This is
Yeah,
how Bernie can still win, guys.
No, when Joe Biden voted for NAFTA and the WTO and the Iraq War, he's a coward. Okay, he doesn't deserve to have all the power. All right, unfortunately, he's our best bet against this dictator Donald Trump that doesn't believe in climate change. That is the only reason that we must
We've
vote
got
for Joe
plenty
Biden.
of problems because the legacy it's the GOP. It's not Trump. It's the GOP. I mean, they've got hundreds of extremely regressive judges that they've appointed, and if they get Ruth Bader Ginsburg replaced with one of their hacks, it's really going to be bad for a very long time. I mean, Trump is the Trump isn't the problem. It's the next GOP president that's going to be the real problem.
Look, I'm gonna, grit my teeth and take my medicine here and vote for the lesser of two evils. But I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like Joe Biden is some progressive champion when you say things like, "We have the most progressive platform in history."
Yeah, but that's true. And yeah, it doesn't.
It doesn't mean anything. It's like saying,
Americans vote too much on their emotions and things like that. I think people should vote on more pragmatic issues. Of course, I can't make people that's unreasonable to think that for me to think that that's going to happen. But I think that that's how people should vote. But people vote for people just on whether they like them or whether they can imagine having a beer with them or something.
Certainly not the most progressive platform in history. What about
what's more progressive? I don't
Bobby
know.
Kennedy? Probably.
Oh yeah, did he have stuff about gay
Who
rights
was-
and stuff? Was he? No, he
Well,
wasn't even.
You think
we
that
couldn't-
just because
we
you
didn't
think
even
just
have.
because, you think just because of gay rights that makes
We
it
didn't
most
even
progressive?
have interracial marriage.
I would
with
happily.
Bob Kennedy.
I would trade gay rights in a second to stop to redistribute the wealth. to
But
raise
how-
taxes.
What?
and rich.
But then how are you
What?
going to get married, Sugar?
I would you trade gay rights for a huge wealth
I
tax?
think I would do that only because if it was a massive redistribution of wealth, because I think that
Exactly.
with a great deal of wealth, then gay and lesbian and trans couples could do what the fuck they wanted. Right? There
Yeah.
wouldn't be any obstacles,
Precisely.
regardless
Yes.
of whether or not it was recognized. So, but it would have to be a big. It would not have to be any penny ante kind of change.
Also,
Be permanent, some kind of
Huey-
permanent structural change.
Huey Long was much more liberal platform than Joe Biden. Okay,
He was
and
very populist. He was very populist. I don't know. I don't remember Huey Long. He's usually cast as a populist. I don't know if he was liberal, or even on the left. For all I don't remember. He's just usually cast as a populist. He could have been a right
Ralph.
populist.
Okay, the key word in your thing that makes it sound so good. The most progressive, democratic platform in history. That's the key word there. Okay, Ralph Nader, much more, a million times more
Oh,
progressive.
sure.
Than Joe Biden.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
so
we
just
can
don't-
thank.
no, it's very
Thanks, Ralph.
tricky.
Thanks, Ralph, for the president of Bush. Yep.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you.
It's a very tricky wording you do there. Other parties outside of the corrupt Democratic Party have had much more progressive and liberal
They're all,
platforms.
I don't know what you mean by corrupt. They're all corrupt. That's kind of the nature of it. I mean,
You think Ralph Nader was corrupt?
yeah, I do. It hasn't it come out in recent years that he was supported as a ringer by the right.
I'm sorry. You think that Ralph Nader was knowingly in
I
cahoots
think
with the
he
right?
knew. I think he knew that he was being supported by money from the right.
You think he was aware that he was a pawn?
Well, what you should know is that in our system, a third party candidate, takes votes away. They don't. There's no addition. There's no addition thing going on.
This lack of generosity to Ralph Nader is disgusting. Of course he wasn't. Of course he wasn't some Republican stooge. All
I
right.
think it came out that he kind of knew about it, and may have even been okay with it and stuff.
Show the evidence.
I don't have it. I don't have it.
That's
I'm
right.
not. It's not
That's
something
right.
I'm willing to die on. But
That's right. So Ralph Nader was not corrupt. Thank you.
but we should do the same things that the right does. Is we should fund, like libertarians in districts where it's possible that there could be you fund the libertarian against the GOP candidate to help your Democrat win. And they do the same to us. They fund the Green Party or whatever party against the Democrats so that their GOP nominee can win. That's how it works. And that's what Ralph Nader did. He helped Bush to win.
At that time, no one had any knowledge that George W. Bush was going to be as horrible as he was. And
I
the
don't really-
Democrats have been doing horrible things under Bill Clinton. Horrible things. WTO, NAFTA, et cetera, et cetera. The crime bill. Yeah.
He removed welfare for women with children also.
Yeah, Bill Clinton was horrible.
Oh my God! Did you guys just see that? The guy just got knocked out in like 30 seconds, like less than 30 seconds.